Visiting Japan at least once in your lifetime is a must. Trust me. From a busy city that never sleeps to a peaceful and tranquil capital, there's always something for everyone. Believe me when I say it took some convincing to get Fong to go to Japan. She wasn't too sold on the idea and actually preferred to travel to Korea instead. Eventually we came to an agreement. We went to Japan first, and on the next trip, she will decide where we go. There hasn't been a single day where I haven't thought about the food, the people, the culture, the adventures. There was just something about the air that made Japan stand out from all the other countries I've visited. In our video today, I'll be taking you through our experience in two of Japan's most popular cities, Tokyo and Kyoto. Now, before we begin, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a thumbs up. Let's begin. Joe just in the meat now.
I don't want to eat it yet because it's way too hot. It's been soft. It just melts in your mouth.
It was really tender, yeah?
Oh god, this is so good.
Right?
Best meat ever.
Absolutely delicious. When you first hear of Japanese food, the first thing that comes to mind is sushi, right? Well, it's more than just that. Japanese cuisine is also famous for other dishes such as ramen, okonomiyaki, tonkatsu, tempura. The list just goes on and on. And if you're not a fan of the food, there's always McDonald's, which also serves up some pretty interesting things on their menu. Having said that, try to be careful what you order because the apple pie for us was a miss. I guess it's because we're too used to the taste back in Dublin. Maybe just stick to the Big Mac if you're not feeling as adventurous. Speaking of adventurous, we ordered the Ebi burger, which is by far my favourite. First time trying. If you're coming to Tokyo and you get McDonald's, we'll try something different, get the Ebi fillet burger. Delicious. The food was just exceptional. I can easily say I've gained a couple of kilos within my first week. We actually went to a really popular ramen restaurant called Ichiran. Be prepared for queuing up because this place can get really busy during weekends, especially late in the evening. We both learned this the hard way, queuing outside for a very long time and starving. Once we got in, we were greeted by one of the workers and had to order our own food from the machines. After we've ordered, a waiter shows us to our booths, which was tiny, only big enough to fit a bowl of ramen. You'll also notice that the chefs are hidden behind a curtain. This was unique to us and we really enjoyed eating here, not only because of the delicious ramen, but also because of the unique dining experience. One special mention is the Okonomiyaki. Basically, it's a savory pancake that contains a load of ingredients ranging from seafood to meat and vegetables. The history of Japan is deep and rich. There are countless castles, temples and shrines that are hidden in every part of the city. Gardens can be found all over Kyoto, and one of the most famous ones is called Ryunji Temple. One thing I really want to mention is about how well disciplined the locals are. It was about 6 AM in the morning and we were waiting for a bus to take us out to one of the shrines. While we were waiting, an old lady across the street was wiping and cleaning a bench. This really caught us by surprise and it just shows how much respect they have for the environment, as well as how clean they live. You really can't help but fall in love with their lifestyle. If you're a fan of anime or manga, you've got to go to Tokyo, more specifically Akihabara. Around the area, you will find numerous maid cafes. Be sure to visit one of them while you're there. And one word of advice, don't film inside the restaurant without their permission. Japan delivers no fronts if it's adventure you're looking for. Tokyo is just simply overwhelming. There are endless things to do, from Disney or Universal Studios to the world famous monkey park in Arashiyama. We went to the robot restaurant and although the entrance ticket was a bit pricey, you will not find this experience anywhere else in the world. Don't believe me? Just check out these clips. we had a great time in Robot Restaurant and I highly recommend it. Kyoto is the place to be if you want to understand the traditional and historical culture of Japan. Sprinkled all over Kyoto are forests and shrines that are both timeless and beautiful. We stayed in downtown Kyoto and traveled far and wide across the city. Every day there was something new to do and learn. The history is just deep. It would almost feel like you've traveled back into the past. A place that I highly recommend is Fushimi Inari. You most likely seen this place on Google or travel websites, it's that popular. It was very captivating seeing the hundreds and thousands of red gates. Myself and Fong actually had a pretty scary experience but funny at the same time. We were just finishing up our tour and decided to head back early because it was raining. While we were scaling down these steps, it was so slippery and wet that we had to be careful and held onto each other for support. I noticed how isolated and empty the area was because it was only myself and Fong. Taking full advantage of the eeriness, I decided to tell her about how the temple was made to worship the god Inari. Right after explaining to her, she decided to sing "What Does the Fox Say?" I kid you not, right after she said those words, she slipped and fell. She was lucky enough to only escape with some cuts and bruises on her arm and back. Safe to say, that scared her and taught her a valuable lesson. Even though our experience was a bit scary, Fushimi Inari is a place you have to visit. I hope you enjoyed the video. There are still so many things we didn't mention. So feel free to leave a comment if you need any advice or tips. We're more than happy to answer your questions. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you guys next time.